The waterways around Lagos State is a sight to behold both in the morning and evening. But there is more to just admiring the beauty. It's now becoming one of the fastest modes of commuting in Lagos. And with the constant improvements, the Lagos State government is working to ensure it's one of the safest. With about 15 local government areas accessible by water in the state, 7 new jetties were commissioned across the state last year to develop the intermodal transportation scheme. The waterways is getting busier by the day, connecting millions of Lagosians who are either going to their place of work or personal business on a daily basis by reducing the travel time. I'm also towing that same line by embarking on a journey from Falomo to CMS to have a first-hand experience of the waterways route. The Lagos State Waterways Authority is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring the smooth running of all vessels operating from 44 jetties and 12 terminals with daily average trip of 261 recorded by LASWA. Ferry services operated by the Lagos State government covers 27 routes with an average of 35 trips per day. We have just arrived at CMS Marina Terminal. It took us just 10 minutes to arrive here. At this particular location, intermodal transportation is fully operational. You can either go by train or by road or by waterways. Even with the stringent measures put in place by the government, some passengers still have their reservations about pricing and safety.
I'm coming from Korodu, from Agric as well, but at the same time, waterway is better. 20-25 minutes is better than the road. But the only area I want them to work on it is they should be checking on their boat when they are picking passengers before they leave to anywhere they are going at all. That's just it. Because sometimes the boat will stop on the water, like now. 2 boats came to pick us, rescue us, before got to follow.
From Ikorodu to this place is like 25 minutes plus or minus. I'm going to follow more here, so why do I have to follow? Why do I have to use road transport? It's faster, though waterway is quite expensive. The last 2 weeks, it used to be 2,000, but funny, this morning is 2,002.
Private operators say they are also struggling to remain in business at this difficult period. One of the boat operators, Lekon Taiwo, expects government to invest more into the sector.
It takes, on the average, 18 months to 24 months to break even. That is, you realize your capital back then. But at the moment, it will take 5, 6, 7 years. And the engines can't last that long. It means that the business is not as viable and as lucrative as it used to be. Before now, we do 3, 4, 5 trips in the mornings and 1 or 2 trips in the evening. But now we do just 1 trip in the morning and 1 trip back in the evening. It costs an average of 25 to 30 million back then to build a 33-passenger boat, complete with brand new engines. Perhaps because of the exchange rates, at the moment it costs as much as 50, 60 million naira for the same facility.
Another opportunity to join the state officials in charge as they test the waters to ensure everything is in order. The General Manager of the Lagos State Waterways Authority, Oluwadamlola Emmanuel, is on a boat ride with the Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, from Falomo to Ebutero. The LASWA GM explains the latest development in his agency.
We currently have about 356 boats on our waterways, and this is a large consortium of different operators spanning across the 5 divisions of the state. And of course, we have a monitoring and a patrol team which is going around to ensure that people are adhering to the basic safety rules and regulations. And we must attest that over the last few years, we've seen a reduction in the amount of accidents on the waterways in Lagos State. Well, it's a private sector-driven sector, and for us, it's that's always the way it's been. Through the application, it makes it easier for us to know what exactly you want to do. We also can see your capacity, because it's not just about coming as an individual and saying, look, I have a boat and I want to run from here to here. What are your plans? And how does that sink into our own plan as well?
Minimum specifications for boats plying Lagos waterways include the length, thickness of the beams, weight of the vessel, maximum numbers of passengers, maximum speed, fueling, machinery, among others. In a few weeks from now, the state government will hand over new boats that will meet the standards to private operators.
The boats that are being constructed right now are actually 25. As we speak, we have about 15 to 17 done. There's a commissioning that should happen for those boats in the next, I'll say maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
The provision of a monitoring and data management center is already in operation to track activities on the waterways. Biannual inspection of boats plying the waterways is a compulsory exercise for LASWA to identify rickety ones.
Water transportation will not be cheaper than road transportation. Their pain is like time saving. With the water operators, we try to carry out a carrot and a stick approach, but it seems like they prefer the stick approach because you'll be amazed that a lot of them don't even want to do the maintenance as well when they should do the maintenance, and they should be the ones who own their boats and maintain their boats. When we find that they are at fault, then we make sure they have to correct whatever it is that's wrong with that boat before we allow that boat to operate.
While the Lagos State government continues to improve its safety measures on the waterways, boat operators have been asked to stick to the scheduled time of operations, failure of which will lead to suspension or withdrawal of operating licenses. Titilayo Aberewo, Channels Television News.